Yo, what up, everybody? It's Morkeys or Modigga or Rebar or whatever you want to call me, Keys. So I just want to say, I'm gonna tell you this. This video right here is about the story of the demonic things that were happening in my house in the last month, and how like I kind of like started like 6 months ago. I didn't intentionally start it. I accidentally started it, but so yeah, and it wasn't just me that was dealing with this stuff. My mom actually was too, but she didn't want to talk about it because she was kind of weirded out, right? She didn't believe that the stuff was happening. She thought it was something else. So I'll explain the whole story because it's crazy. I'm gonna use the Bible to some scripture to explain some things, whether you believe it or not, whether you believe my story or not. But I'm gonna tell you, it is 100% true. I'm not fabricating anything, and I don't need to lie. So I'm just gonna explain some stuff, okay? And if you want to do your own research after, you can. But yeah, this is pretty crazy, honestly. So you know my room, okay? Look at my walls. They're pretty plain, okay? So this was my room. My room was pretty plain. This is how my room was since we've been in this house, okay? Around I think January, December, I was talking to Kate. I don't know if any of you guys know Kate, but I was talking to Kate, and she was like, you know what, you might feel a lot better if you spice up your room. So we sat around, we revamped my Twitch. Okay, that is when I got all my new emotes because I was, a little weeb in anime, so I was excited. I was like, yeah, let's get some new some emotes. And then I'm like, okay, well, look at my room. And she's like, yo, let's decorate it. So we went all out. Okay, we went crazy. I got 3 scrolls on this wall, 2 scrolls on this wall, a picture above my door, a big tapestry right in front of me, and then 2 big tapestries on the side wall. Okay, so I was gonna make a video of my setup, and I was gonna show all the pictures on it, and I was gonna do all that stuff, right? I was gonna show all the pictures and say, yo, what's up, look at my new setup. And the crazy thing is guess what, it was Tokyo Ghoul. Okay, so I just really like the show. Okay, I watched the show, and how I'm slow on anime. It takes me a long time to watch an anime. This was like an anime that I finished within, shoot, I think like a month. And that's crazy because it was a pretty long anime. It was like 80 something episodes. I think it was a deeper anime. Like it was a longer anime. And I used to watch, like, I think like 3-4 episodes a night, which is not that much to you guys, but I mean, people who know me, it takes me like a month to get 6 episodes done. Okay, I'm slow on them. Okay, so I dived in. I really liked the story and stuff. I really liked, you know what I mean. And Tokyo Ghoul is literally about this guy who got turned to a ghoul from the beginning, but it was an accident. It was just like ghouls ate humans, and it was just like they were carnivores. And in my mind, I was thinking like, okay, these guys are just human carnivores, and that's what I thought it was. Okay, so I didn't realize ghouls were demonic. Okay, I didn't know they were demon-like beings from like the Islamic belief. Okay, but it doesn't matter what they're demons. Okay, and I didn't know that. So here's me, Morkeys, right, with a huge Tokyo Ghoul tapestry with Ken Kaneki in his face, his black fingernail paint cracking his finger, you know what I mean, just all over my walls. Just the tapestries, just all of it. Ghoul, the skull, you know what I mean. I was just thinking like, oh, this is just cool because it's like Tokyo Ghoul, and I was just like, it was just a super good show, and I really liked it, and you know what I mean. I really liked the show. So I had all this stuff in my room. Okay, at first when we got it in like January, I think we got it in January. I got it in January. My mom, she was just like, okay, and I was just like, yeah, mom, like I just really like it. It was just a show that I watched, and that is true. Like my intention was it was just of the show, and I'm like, okay, we decorated, and Kate did too. We decorated together, but I'm telling you, I'll explain why. It's very demonic, obviously, but I'll just explain. Okay, so I have all these tapestries on my wall and stuff. And at first it was fine. My room was normal, okay? The house is pretty normal, you know what I mean? I'm a son of God, right? Jesus, you know what I mean? Like he's my savior and all that. So it's like, the room was fine, okay? We got all this stuff in the room. There was no it didn't feel dark, okay? So you know what I mean? Like I'm heavily into like, Christianity and Jesus and following his ways and stuff, and living holy and doing all that stuff and living by his commands. So my room was like just chilling. Like at first, like in January, like there was nothing like wrong, okay? Like the house was just normal. Okay, the house was normal. It didn't feel like anything wrong. I was like, oh, just some pictures. But then I just really felt like something tugging on my chest. Like I just kept always getting these things like, you shall have no idols before me and stuff. Like And sure, it's just like paintings and pictures and stuff. And I also got I got three LED lamps. I got a Hisoka one, a Daring of the Franks, and I got a Ken Kaneki. And I'm gonna tell you why this is important, okay? So like at first, like it was like, nothing was like kind of weird or strange to me. And then so I had my LED lamps. Okay, you might have seen them in my videos. If you watch my stream, you know about them. Okay, so the weird thing, okay, this is the crazy thing. So this is the beginning of it. Okay, I'd be playing, and then I would look over, and my Ken Kaneki, like, you know, the Tokyo Ghoul one, it would light up. Okay, I didn't touch it at all. Okay, and I'm gonna get goosebumps this whole time telling you this story because I'm getting them right now. I didn't touch the light. And like I even saw it one time, I think in a video or my stream, and the light literally lit up by itself without being touched. It just turned on. Okay, and that was the only one that did it. The Daring of the Franks 02 and Hisoka never lit up by themselves. Only Ken Kaneki. Okay, only Tokyo Ghoul lit up by itself. And you're like, okay, well that's kind of weird, but no. So like I would go to sleep. Okay, my mom would come downstairs because she would come down in my room, and sometimes like she would like push my chair in. Well, she pushed my chair in because I always just leave it on, not pushed in, and the light was always on, and she was always talking about like, why do you just leave that light on? I'm like, Mom, I don't leave that light on. I turn them all off before I go upstairs, because sometimes I had them all on and sometimes I didn't, and it would turn on by itself while I was streaming. And she would come down in the morning and they were on, or not they were on, but just the Tokyo Ghoul was on. And you know, I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, oh, that's just strange, there might be a short in it, but it makes sense now looking like back. Like it makes sense from all the stuff that happened before. So you know, things are just normal. It just kept turning on. I just thought it was a short, and then it didn't turn on anymore because, well, it ran out the batteries. Okay, so then that stopped happening, and then we had to literally replace so many lights in the house. And you're thinking like, okay, what does the lights have to do with it? Like you're like, oh, light bulbs go out, and sure, we've been in this house, but no, I'm telling you, it was crazy. We had to replace so many light bulbs. We had to replace my light bulb up here. I think we had to replace it twice. Okay, we had to replace this one twice. We had to replace one like upstairs. We had to replace one in here. I think we had to replace some in our I'm telling you, there was like 6 or 7 rooms that we had to replace lights in. Like just the lights were just kept going out, and we're like thinking like, okay, well the lights are going out because, you know what I mean, they're, you know, old, right? And then the crazy thing is I'm gonna explain why that's important at the end of the story if you guys stick with me this whole way. Okay, so just remember the lights. Okay, remember the lights. So, you know, we don't think nothing of it. We're just replacing the lights. This thing stopped doing it because the battery ran out. You know what I mean? So we're just, you know, nothing's crazy. And then, you know, months pass, and you know what I mean? You're living life and stuff. But like, it got to a point where like a month ago to like now, which is fine because I removed it all, but it was like, it felt like a really oppressive thing. Like it felt so oppressive every day to wake up in my house, like just everything, like any like sinful like desire that like is said that's wicked in the Bible, just had them all, every single one, man. Like just you felt drained, like the energy was just, you felt like you were just walking like slunched over. I don't know, man, like it just felt like really oppressive. It felt like the crazy thing is at night when I would be done, like I would go into the kitchen, and sometimes I would walk up the stairs, bro, and it felt like something was watching me from the dining room table. Not even exaggerating. It felt like something was staring. I mean, I felt the presence. And I'm gonna just explain some stuff because like just being completely transparent. I'm just gonna explain my side of the story, and then it's gonna get crazy because I was talking to my mom in the kitchen after we got rid of this stuff, all the demonic stuff in our house. So I would go upstairs, and I'd feel like something was watching me, and I'd be praying the whole time, you know what I mean, like the whole prayers of Jesus, like, you know, any evil demonic spirit in my house, leave in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a super experienced Christian. I'm a newbie Christian, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how to do deliverances, and I don't know how to bind demons and stuff, right? Like, so, you know, I'm pretty new at that stuff, so I'm still learning. But man, that's what I would have to say it so many times, because I always feel like something was like right on me, like a prowling beast. Like I'm telling you, it was just crazy. I remember one night I was praying on the side of my bed. I was kneeling, okay? I was kneeling, and I don't think I've been so scared praying before to Jesus than I have been. I don't think ever, okay? Because dude, one night I was praying. I was going in, and I was like, man, like this. I was struggling with the spirit of lust so heavy, okay? It was just ridiculous, and I just didn't know why. And man, like I was sitting on my bed and I was just trying to cast out anything I could think of, any succubus, any Jezebel, anything related to it, man. And dude, I'm not even kidding, man. It felt like a 9-foot creature was standing at the right side of me, and it was like behind me, like the back right side, and it was just sitting there, just angry. Like it couldn't touch me because I'm God's child, but man, like it was a beast, right? A beast, just sitting there, just wanting to devour me, but he couldn't touch me. But man, I could feel his presence. I'm telling you, it was ridiculous. Okay, so I was praying and I was just talking to Jesus, and I just started saying it, man. Like I got to the point where like I was on my knees and I just felt like him around me. Like I wanted to just like kind of like scurry into bed. Like I wanted to like get up and like tuck myself into the bed and not look around and put my head under the covers, bro. I was like actually scared. Like I could feel something in the room, and I thought I was tripping. I'm like, okay, man, like I'm this guy who's believing in Jesus. Like perfect love casts out fear in the Bible, that it says, God is love. Like I'm like, there's these things that just don't make sense. Why do I feel this way? Okay, so like that is just some crazy stuff. You don't have to believe me, but I'm telling you, I'm not making it up, and I'm not just feeling things. I'm not just believing in things. Okay, like I'm not just like trying to force things. Like I literally just legit, there was things watching me. Okay, it was just the strangest thing. So then that happened, okay? And so then one night I was just sitting in my room, and I was like, okay, let me Google like a ghoul, okay? And it said it was demonic, and I went into the kitchen, and I was like, Mom, let's get rid of all this stuff. It's demonic. And she was like, it's demonic. And she was like, when do you want to get rid of it? And I said, now. So as soon as I found out, we got it. We took everything off my walls, all of it, okay? We got rid of this lamp, like the Ken Konaku one. We threw it away. She was gonna try to sell this stuff. I said no. So we put it in a garbage can, and we brought it to a garbage. Okay, we brought it to it. We got out the house. Okay, Okay, and I kid you not, remember this. Okay, so my light bulb. Remember how I was talking about the light? My light would always flicker. Okay, so one light, because it's a 2 light bulb, so it's like this, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like a 2 light bulb. Okay. So there's 2 lights in it. One light would go out and one light would stay on, okay? And the light was just always out, and I didn't understand it. We replaced the bulb, but it would it burnt, or it felt like it burnt out right away, right? We replaced like I think either both of them, and one of them just wouldn't turn on, okay? It was just weird. It was like there was like a short in the light bulb or in the fixture up there, okay? So we're taking all this down. I'm on the right side taking one of the tapestries down with a hammer, and I accidentally hit the ceiling, okay? And the light went on like really bright, like because there's only one on, right? And then the second light went on and it was bright, and I was like, I hit the wall and I was like, oh Mom, I fixed the light. And then as soon as I took the little tapestry down, it went dark again. Okay, it went dark, and sure, you could be like, oh, maybe you hit a cord in the ceiling, but no, the light's all the way over here. I hit it in the corner, like I hit the hammer almost in the corner by the window, and the light is all the way on this side. Okay, like the light's far, it's like in the middle of the room, so like that wouldn't make sense, right? And then it went dark like immediately after like I took another nail out. Okay, so it was still dark. Okay, one of them was up, so then there was this last nail in this tapestry right in front of me. As soon as I took the nail down, like as soon as I took the nail out of the wall, not even kidding, the second light turned on. Okay, remember how I said one light bulb was working? Now both light bulbs are working. Okay, both light bulbs are working. And I was like, okay, I was just thinking to myself, like, it doesn't even mean anything. Like, both light bulbs are working, right? Like, I was like, okay, cool. No, legitly, dude, both lights are still on. Like, ever since that last nail came out, the light has not, it's not shorted. It's not legit. Like, the light is both on. Both lights are on. It doesn't make sense. That, you know what I mean? It doesn't. So now, the both lights are on, okay? We take all this stuff out, and I'm thinking like, okay, it was just like, it was me dealing with this stuff. I'm like, okay, we got all the demonic stuff out of my room, good. Okay, we got all of it out of my room, perfect, okay? So, we take it to the dump, and then I just felt like when I was streaming the night of that we took it out, and I felt really light. Like I felt like my room was like, it felt like the darkness was lifted. Like it felt like my room was just like oppressed, suppressed, and just dark. I mean, every time I would come down the stairs in the morning, it just like you would look at my room and it just felt dark, like it felt heavy. Okay, so we got all the stuff gone and I was streaming and I felt light and peace that I haven't felt in a while. Okay, my room just felt super like fluffy. Okay, and I thought it was just me, right? I thought it was just me. I was like, okay, my room just feels light and fluffy, so that's that. But no, it wasn't just me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you some crazy stuff. Okay, if you guys are still listening, hopefully you are. So the next day I wake up and my mom, I don't know how we got in this conversation, but I was like, yeah, Mom, I just felt so light last night. Like my room felt so good. Like I felt like it was just like a big heavy, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just gone. And she was like, I feel that too. And see, my mom, she believes in God, but like she's not like, she don't be reading the Bible daily. She prays, but she don't be reading the Bible daily. She just, I'm telling you, like, she's not like, you know what I mean? She's, if you get what I'm saying. So like, she said that she felt the same stuff, and I was like, oh, you felt like it's light in here. I'm like, okay, good. So we did something good. I was like, let's go. We did something good. And the crazy stuff starts happening now. Okay, this is the craziest parts. Okay, I could get my mom to come on here and talk to you guys if you would believe her. But I'm telling you, this is 100% true. Okay, listen. So she was in the kitchen. She was cooking some chicken. Okay, well, she was like preparing and stuff. So I was talking to her. I was like, I was working out, like I was doing my push-ups and stuff, and I was getting ready to work out, dude. And we started talking, and I was like, yeah, man, it just felt like, it just feels so good that you know, that it's just gone. And she was like, yeah, it does. And so our friend, a family friend of ours for a while, like 20 something years, somebody I used to hang out with a long time, his name was Dusty. He passed away I think like 3 weeks ago now, or a month ago. I don't remember exactly when, but long life friend, really good friend. He passed away in his sleep. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you why it's important, because so I didn't know this was the only, I thought I was the only one getting these feelings, right? I thought I was the only one feeling like I was getting washed and stuff. But my mom, she was getting it just as bad or even worse than I was. And I didn't know this, but she didn't want to tell me because she didn't want to freak me out. So she always just thought it was angels, or she thought it was like something good. But I mean, later on, I began to tell her like, no, those were demons. Like those were not good. So she thought like that Dusty somehow was manifesting himself in our house. Like he was like an angel coming through. And I'm like, Mom, that's not how it works. Like, if you're cast to hell, you are stuck there. If you are cast to heaven, like if you're in heaven, like you're like, God willingly, he would have to literally let you come down. And you know what I mean? Like you would only know because God would let you know. Like he's not just letting people just come out of heaven and boop boop boop, like what's up, homie, like we chilling. Like that doesn't happen like that. Okay. And she was saying that she would be in the room because she has like a business, so she does shoes and stuff. She said she was in the living room, and she was standing and she felt something brush against her shoulder. Okay, she said she felt something brush against her shoulder, and she thought it was like Dusty or her sister that died, and because she had a sister before, like, so like she had like birth complications. So like my mom's like 40 something, so like 40 something years ago she was supposed to have a sister, but she died during birth. So she always would put it on like Angel. Okay, that's what her name was. Her my mom's sister's name was Angel. So she would always think it was Angel, right? She would think that it's either her, or she thought it was Dusty because Dusty recently passed. So it was starting to get really demonic like recently. So like by the time he passed and stuff, like, so like, you know what I mean, she was just thinking that it was somebody that she knew, but no, it really wasn't. I don't know what demon it was, right? But so okay, so she would get brushed upon, right? And she got like physically, she said she felt like she got violated. Like she felt like it was like strange. She felt like she got brushed upon, or like she got like touched. And I was like, what? And you didn't tell me this? And she was like, no. And she because she didn't want to freak me out, right? And the crazy thing is, one time, because our rooms are upstairs, okay, she was going to sleep and I was playing my game, right? I was streaming, and she heard footsteps come up the stairs and go into my room. She heard something go into my room, bro. And she said she opened the door and looked, and she thought I was upstairs. She was like, wow, it's kind of early. Like it's like 2 o'clock or something. You know how I stay up late. She was like, it's kind of early. Why is he already upstairs? She looked, bro, and I wasn't upstairs. She said I was down in my room gaming, and she thought she heard me come upstairs and go into my room. And her door was closed, by the way. My mom closes her door because she has the dogs in her room. She closes her door, and I close my door, so I don't like, my noise doesn't travel up the stairs and wake her up. Bro, she had her door closed, and she had to open the door because she thought I walked into my room. She thought I walked into my room from up the stairs. And she saw and she knew I was downstairs. After she opened the door, she realized I was downstairs, and that wasn't me that walked into my room, bro. And it's just me and my mom, and the dogs are in her room, bro. And I was like, what? You thought I walked into my room? And remember I said there was something that I felt was big and oppressive in my room when I was praying that night, bro? I'm telling you. Okay? So that happened, okay? And I'm like, okay, so she felt the same things as me, but she felt it worse. And she said one time she was going to get in her shower, and she felt like something was in there staring at her in her shower. She thought something was in her shower. She felt like a presence in her shower before she was going to get in. So, like, I don't know what kind of sexual demon was trying to get after my mom, bro. But, dude, she said there was something in the shower, and it would, like, stare at her, okay? Dude. And then you want to know the crazy part? So I was like, okay, so these connections are starting to happen between me and my mom, right? And then here's the next thing that happened, bro. Look, I'd be sitting, okay, and in my left eye, I would get this weird like black orb, and it would just go like, and so like it would like, so I'd blink, and the black orb would be there, and as soon as I blinked again, it would disappear. So I'd blink. So like think about this. So I would like be like looking. So like blink, open my eye, and the black orb, and then as soon as I blink again, it would disappear. But it was like fast, and it was a big black orb. So like it was just like, you know what I mean? And it didn't just like happen like that, like on and off, like over and over again. Like so I would just be chilling, and I'd blink, and the orb would come, and then it would disappear. And I was like thought my eye was like going bad or something. I was like, yo, do I got like glaucoma, or like what's up with my eye? And it was just like a big black orb, and it would just disappear, bro. I'd blink, it'd be there, and it would be gone. Okay. And then that happened, and I was like, and it was only in my left eye. It was only my left eye, and I was like, okay, I think it's just my eyes like getting worse or something from gaming. Dude, when I was in the kitchen talking to my mom, she said that she just keeps seeing out of the corner of her eye some weird orb or some black thing, right? Like some weird black orb. And I was like, you're seeing it out of the corner of your eye too? And this is when we both, like, I got shivers. I don't know if she got like goosebumps, but dude, I got shivers. I was like, Mom, I've been getting that for like the last 3 weeks. Like there's just this orb, and it would happen multiple times in the day, and it was just like a big orb. And I was like, Mom, dude, that's been happening to me too. And then she was like talking, and I was like, let me like talk, like let me see what else is like with the orb. I was like, Mom, it's always on like super far left side. It's not like in the middle. It's always on the far like side of my eye. And I was like, Mom, it's only in my left eye. And she looked at me, and she was like, it's only in my left eye too. She said it was only in her left eye as well. We would never get in our right. Still to this day, we haven't gotten our right eye, only our left. Me and my mom both only got the orb in our left eye. I mean, dog, like, there's just too many demonic things happening. My light works after we get rid of it. Like, dude, we felt like we're both getting watched. She literally heard like something go into my room when I was downstairs playing the game, bro. And then, so my dogs like to sleep with my mom. My dog Storm, she likes to sleep in my mom's bed. And then she said in the middle of the night, what my dog would do is she would pop her head up, and she would be looking around, and she got scared one night and like jumped off my mom's bed and ran to the closet where my other dog is, Princess. My dog Princess sleeps in the closet, and my dog Storm sleeps in my bed with my mom. My dog Storm got scared of something in the middle of the night in the room, and then wouldn't sleep with my mom for like 3 days or something crazy. She said she wouldn't sleep with her anymore in the bed. Like every time at night she would go in the closet with Princess. She would not sleep in my mom's bed. Okay. And my mom told me that she thought she felt something in her room. Like she thought she felt something beside her bed. I totally forgot about this. One night she said that when she was sleeping, she thought I came into her room. Bro, she thought I walked into her room and was walking around in her room, man. She thought it was me. So I don't know if she turned the light on. I think she turned the light on. She thought it was me. So she like was like Mo or something, and she like thought it was me, and like I wasn't in there, bro. That wasn't me. I wasn't in her room. She heard something in her room, and she felt a presence, and she thought I was in her room. And my dogs were freaking out. They're always looking up in the sky and ceiling, bro. I'm telling you, look, if you got this far, I'm going to read this Bible, this scripture to you, okay? For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, and against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Okay? It talks about our battle's not with flesh and blood. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things like addiction and like anger and bitterness and unforgiveness. All that stuff is demonic. Like you're getting oppressed by something. You know what I mean? Like it's things that are attacking you in the spiritual realm that you cannot see. I mean, literally, Ephesians 6:12 is what I just read. Stuff's crazy, man. If you don't believe it, you don't have to. But I would encourage you, if you got to this point, that if you have something demonic in your room, some idol figures, like I got rid of the Darn and the Franks and the Hisoka, guilty by association. I got rid of them. They're not. I looked them up. They're not demonic, right? But I just got rid of them because they were all connected. Like I got rid of all the stuff on my walls. Never again will I be having that stuff in my room. Okay. I would advise you, if your room feels really heavy or you've been feeling some weird stuff, look at what's demonic. Do you have any demonic movies in your house? Do you have any conjurings or any weird things like that? Do you have idols? Do you have like what's your posters on your wall? You know what I mean? Like is there demonic? Is there stuff that is attached to them? Because I'm telling you, it's true. I mean, literally. I mean, if you don't believe in the Bible says it's true. And if you have a hard time believing in the Bible, I mean, and you don't believe in it, and you got to measure it with science, and I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you, dog. But this stuff's crazy. So I just wanted to share that I got rid of all this stuff in my house and the crazy stuff with me and my mom. But never again. That stuff is crazy. You guys don't really understand how strong demons are, and there's obviously different ranking ones. There's stronger ones and there's weaker ones, bro. And that stuff is crazy. If you actually do your research and you look at like ghost stories, like haunted like objects and stuff, they manifest themselves in objects. So all I gotta say is be careful, get in the word, and yeah, hopefully you stayed for the whole story. If you still hear my voice, man, all I gotta say is this stuff's real, and I'm glad that our house is light again. And yeah. Never want to experience that again, man. That stuff is pretty terrifying, to say the least. You know what I mean? But gotta hold on to Jesus. Perfect love casts out fear. God is love. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Much love as always. And yeah, till next time. Later, guys.